Greetings once again from Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. It's time for me to present to you another book that I have read, reviewed, and recommend. And today's book is a lot of fun. It's called Not How I Pictured It by Robin Lefler. This is published by Harper Avenue. It retails for $17.99 in the United States, $24.99 in Canada, and it is 340 pages long. This is a fun book. It revolves around Agnes, Ness, call her Ness, Larkin. And she was a big star in a sort of a soap opera-ish type 90210 sort of series back 20 years ago. And she was the star. And she left it because there was a lot of problems. She abruptly left. Her father at the time had taken most of her money, and he'd run off. And so she sort of personally and made a career move to fade into the sunset. People wondered why she left, because she was so popular, and Ocean Views was a popular series. Now, 20 years later, there's a reboot of Ocean Views, and she's decided to come back for it. She's 20 years older, and most of the original cast is going to come back for it. And she didn't get along with all of the cast members. There was Coco Brady and Ian, who she did get along with, and there was Libby, who they weren't exactly, they were maybe friends at one time, but they had a falling out. But now, 7 of the cast members and the production manager are going in a boat to a small island off the Bahamas, and that's where they're going to start production again of Ocean Views. But a storm comes up at sea, and their boat is tossed around, and they find themselves on a sort of deserted island where there is only a big castle. It's a rundown castle. It sort of reminds you of Gilligan's Island, because they're out for not a 3-hour cruise, but they're going to the Bahamas, and they're suddenly shipwrecked. And then the next day, when the storm passes, they decide to look to get back into the boat, and the boat's gone. So something is amiss. And Ness is a fascinating character. People start to blame her for everything that's gone on. They start to think she was behind it all. But while the book is sort of a fun book with humor, there's also intrigue, mystery, and double-crossing, and it almost gets to the point of someone's going to die. So it's a, I won't say it's not a romantic comedy. There's tad romance, but there's more deceit and deception. As we find out, there are others there who really are out for self-serving purposes. And so there's a lot of twists in the plot. But you have to give Ness credit. She's a trooper for sure. Everything seems to happen to her. She has so many bad things happen. And then the other people start to sort of almost go against one another. So it's every person for themselves, as they have very little food to begin with. So they ration the food. Like they found some food in this castle, some old, I think, energy bars and different things that have been there for years. So is anybody going to find them, or are they going to starve to death is the big question. So not how I pictured it is how I pictured the book. Interesting, fun. It's a very light read. It's a book that you will become engrossed in and want to finish, which I really had to keep turning the pages. So I do say that often, that there are a lot of books that you're riveted to, and you can't leave, and this was one of them. So if you're looking for an interesting book that's, like I said, part 90210, a little bit of Gilligan's Island thrown in for good measure, this is the book you should definitely seek out at your bookstore. So if you do purchase it, please let me know if you do agree with my review. So thank you again for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'll be back again with another excellent book. And until then, as I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.